are listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You are listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right, oh no, all right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Monday, 9/25/23, September 25, 23. Wow. But it is a Monday. What's going on? No. No, I know what you're trying to do, old greenie. You're not doing it tonight. There we go. I'll deal with that. But tonight, we will be glad you could be here. Hope you had a great weekend, yada, yada, yada. It's Monday, and we start the week over. You know, everybody wants to talk about the Peruvian aliens. Everybody wants to talk about the disclosure. Yeah, it's coming. It's imminent. And if it ain't going to happen now, then it ain't ever going to happen. That's what they're saying now. I think Tom DeShlong came out and said, if we don't have disclosure, I think it's imminent. I think, but if we don't have it, we're just not going to have it. Soon. And it is very strange. But I honestly do believe George Knapp and Jeremy Corbell watched this show. Honest to God. I really do. Look, one or two times, George has said things that I have said here, and he's almost said them verbatim. And I just find that awfully interesting. There's one thing he said that I wish I could remember. It's like, what did he say? What did he say? And I knew if I brought it up, I would forget. It had to do with what he said when I played it Saturday. I played a clip of him saying exactly what I've been saying all along. I just never heard George say that how everything's being held back, how things are going against the harder you push to get disclosure, the more pushback you get. And he was saying something to that effect, and it was almost verbatim. And I was like, man, I'm telling you. And yes, I know, look, hey, if anybody ever repeats anything I say, I'm grateful for even a word if anybody repeats what I say. Maybe I'm wrong, because it's out there. All these thoughts are out there. People are thinking similarly, right? So maybe I'm just thinking me and George Knapp are on the same. Why would I want to be on the same wavelength? Because that would mean George is learning. See, he got in with Corbel. Corbel does this, pulls, and he's doing this, George Knapp. You can see it in his face. Seriously, have you ever watched Weaponized? If you haven't, and you see sometimes Jeremy will go off and Knapp's like, it looks like I wish he didn't say that, or shut up, kid, or enough already with the filibustering. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So tonight, what are we talking about tonight? I forgot. I don't have the background. I was going to use this background for tonight. That's why it is this way. Just so I could remember what we're talking about again. Oh, yeah. Nothing is what it seems. Explain that to the public. Goofon explains the UFO cover-up. I am? I'm going to explain the cover-up. Come on, that's not fair. I can't do that. Of course I can. I can. You think you know the cover-up. You'll be right. It's always about money. But what's going on right now and why we have a cover-up? See, people want to know. Just tell us. Why can't they just tell us? Why can't they land on the White House lawn? I swear to God, I'm going to lose it. Somebody tell me the truth. It can't happen. We're going to talk about why it can't happen. And I just wanted to go into a little bit of a more clarification of felt like something. It felt like fingers just went like that, like two fingers just went right over me. I mean, I just jumped for that reason. Oh, that was so bizarre. Now I got goosebumps on this side of my body. Oh, that was so bizarre. I can't believe that just happened. Give me a second, man. That was just, I don't know what. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, that was so weird. I can still feel it. It felt like exactly what I said, like somebody took two fingers, but it was under my shirt and it was here. It was like they touched my skin. I felt it. I did. It was so bizarre. I'm all cramping up on this side now. It's so bizarre. Wow. Oh, man. I wonder if my shirt moved or if, you know what I mean? We'll have to go back at the 8-minute mark or around that, whenever that happened. Oh, that was so bizarre. Okay. All right. I'm gathering myself still, and now I'm laughing about it, and I don't know why. That was just so weird. The feeling, I can't explain it. It was, I don't know, man. It just felt like, and if I would have guessed male or female. I would say it was a woman's fingers. It didn't feel like a man's hand. There's something about a man's touch that's a lot different from a lady's. Unless they're already dead. And I just got touched by a corpse. I'm watching too many Nuke 5s. Oh, that was good. Let's do a little roll call, I think. Just freaked out for the moment. All right, so nothing is what it seems. Explain that to the public. All right, Tim Freestone's here. What do you say there, Tim Freestone? Damn it, boy. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Lunar Sparkles 1 is here. Howdy doody. Good to see you. Why oh why, fools? I almost said who. Welcome to the show. What is this one? White boy in a trenches 079. Welcome to the show. Somebody new. Hope you know you make it back someday. Some people don't, you know, it is a different kind of show. Josie Underscore UK, welcome to the show. AZ Man, welcome to the show. ZZ KJ Bry, welcome to the show. Alfie Joe Bob AJB is here. Welcome to the show. Ian McFadden, what do you say there, mate? Welcome to the show. Jeanette, howdy doody. The Angel of Goofon. The Angel, Jeanette, welcome to the show. Intergalactic Angler, welcome to the show. Sky Allen, welcome to the show. Mind Forked. Oh, very good show, by the way. I like the little fork routine you guys got going over there. That was a fun show. I liked it. I think I left a comment. Yeah, it was a good time. Now, and I learned a lot about the aliens, those Peruvian aliens. Well, it was kind of like, you know, I heard about it when it originally happened. And then, you know, we all forget about the hoaxes, right? The best we can. And then, you know, seeing it and reliving it again and understanding that what we're looking at is the most ridiculous thing on the planet. What was I saying? Roll call. Welcome to the show. It was a good show. It was good. I you know, messages come in, and then if I take a peek and I try to read something, sometimes it takes my thought and just throws it away. There it is. Well, now I can't. The thought's way over there. Kelly Lewis, welcome to the show. All right, I wasted a lot of time. If I didn't say hello, it doesn't mean I don't love you. Jane Reed, I love you. Welcome to the show. Kelly Lewis. Oh, I already said it. If I didn't say hello, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got a lot of show to do, which we do tonight. We. Glenn Collins, Big Band. Glenn C, GC, what's up, Chief? Sacred Teachings, welcome to the show. Omar Darby is new here, I think. And then I read this. Longtime follower of your great channel, but never said hi. Oh, okay. Oh, hey, man. Thank you, Omar Darby, for saying hi, because I just put my foot in my mouth, didn't I? That's funny. Well, thank you. Great. I appreciate that. Saying hello makes me feel good to know that there's some people out there that want to say hi. Awesome. Well, good to see you, meet you. Brooke is, hey, it jumped on me. Brooke is, what do you say there? Welcome to the show. Moon, wow, you guys are typing away. Moon Dragon, Brian Yates, I cannot not say hi. Stephen Karn. All right, now we go. Oh, wait, no. Sarah M, everybody. What's this? Josie Underscore UK says, oh, wow, you're using your monthly freebie. Maybe Coral was saying, oh. Aw. Maybe it was. And she just reached out, you know, like that. Coral? Thank you for saying that. That was sweet, actually. I thought about her the other day again. Yeah, I still have her icon in my phone, and I stare at the picture every now and then. Sad. But all right, let's get started now. Thank you, Josie, for that. And welcome, everybody. Yeah, you can help support GoofOn the same way. Become a member or super chat, super sticker, PayPal, or even Cash App. All the links are in the show description. You guys know what to do. You're professionals. And we are a supported channel we are supported by the public, though we don't work for the government. How's that? Isn't that nice? So you know what you get when you get somebody like this surviving off you get the truth. Kind of feel obligated almost. You kind of do. Yeah. Every day. It's why I'm here. I feel like if I'm not here, I'm not doing ufology any justice. Oh, wow, Rich, how can you say that? You know everything. No, I don't, unfortunately. But when are we wrong? That's all I want to say. When have we been wrong? Right about everything. And you know, it's an easy road to go down. If you want to be that guy or girl and say disclosure's never going to happen, everybody lies, yeah, you're going to find out that's true in this field. And what's even sadder, it's even more true when it comes from the government, because we know damn well and good, no matter how much I hate hearing about Grush, secondhand whistleblower, we've been hearing it for decades about the hidden aliens, the archaeological finds of UFOs and other technologies that are hidden from the public, whether it be ancient Egypt or some unknown archaeological place. I'm sure there's dozens of those. Sure of it. Foghorn Leghorn throwing down a $2 super dono right at the beginning of the show. What's a dono, you say? It's a donation with no emoji or comment. It's pure love, is what we say here at GoofOn. It's a dono. We know what a dono is. Foghorn Leghorn, mucho gusto, generoso. A continuing supporter of GoofOn as well. Thank you. And I heard a message come in, so I got to check. Make sure, because, and there we go. All right, that's good news. Good news. Thank you, Foghorn Leghorn. So, we're here, right? And we know pretty much what's going on, right? In the community. I'm not saying I know what's going on inside the government, but it's an easy bet, as I was saying. It's an easy road to go down if you want to say everybody's lying, there's a cover-up, the people are ready. How many times we hear that? I'm ready. You and I are ready. And I don't even know if, I'm excited, but I am really scared if aliens were to be announced to the world. I would be, honest to God. There's fear. Well, it depends on what you believe. See, this is the problem. When you have a conspiracy, when you have a cover-up, that has to do with interdimensional or unknown alien beings, another intelligence that could be smarter than us, older than us, more, they could take us over. They created us. Who knows? You name it, you've heard it. You know it. And the sad thing, the sad truth is people are being abducted. By who? We don't know. They drug us up? Maybe? I don't know. I mean, nobody knows, but we're unconscious a lot of the times. I say we, I'm not including myself as an abductee. I'm saying abductees in general, right? Driving on down the road in the middle of the night, go off camping. How many different things happen to people in over history? Pascagoula, the Phoenix Lights, right? I'm just naming the current ones. Pascagoula was when? 75? Something like that? When was that? I forget. 67? 77? It was around there. That's one of my favorite of all time. Those robotic football-looking type of aliens that just floated over. But there is a cover-up. And with good reason. And this makes me very angry. Whistleblowers, although fantastic and great for our cause to get to the bottom of things, they're in my opinion, they're breaking the law. I don't like it. There's a reason. Look, you want to be a do-gooder, right? You want to be the hero and say, like, I'm using Grush as an example. They pumped this guy up to be the hero. You're going to be the guy. You're going to break it. Lou Elizondo opened up the door for you. I can just hear them talking to him. You know, all this is going on. You've seen it. We've shown you. And he's like, yeah, I can do it. And then he makes that face. You know, the 24 faces of Grush. That's not good. You're making fun of his autism. So, everybody's got something wrong. I'm diabetic. Call me Beaties. I don't care. Grush, I feel, was manipulated into doing what he did. Being that whistleblower. Man, don't worry about a thing. Secondhand, you heard it from us. You just don't tell anybody you heard it from us. You know what I mean? If you tell everybody, hey, I saw documentation that funds didn't get allocated where they were supposed to get allocated. They got allocated to something called the Black Budget Program. I don't know what that is. Never heard about it before. But that's where these supposed alien technologies exist. Hand down on desk. This is the archaeological digs that I was telling you about. Hand on desk. Right? And they pump us up. And they get us all like, remember Lou? Remember what he said? They're a threat. Pilots are being buzzed by God knows what. It's true, they are. I'm not saying there isn't a threat. Just the way it was presented. Right? There's a threat. We did the interviews with people on the Santa Monica Pier and abouts. And people thought we were going to war with aliens. For the most part. Ask anybody about UFOs and aliens that you're not friends with, that you never met before. Walk up to somebody and say, I got a question. Can I ask you a question? One citizen to another. I know you don't have the guts to do it. It's not easy. But I'll be standing in line. And I'll be like, just say it under your breath. Aliens. Do you believe in aliens? Huh? Do you believe in aliens? Just come out and ask them. I don't know, man. I don't know. And then they'll say something like, this lady said to me, oh, I heard they're hiding them under that area place, she says. Never would have thought anybody would have said that to me. At a Wawa of all places. a mama at a Wawa. Told me about that area place. They got bodies over in that area place. That was so cool. It's just, wish I recorded it, but doesn't matter. People aren't getting the message. The message that the narrative, let's call it what it is, it's a narrative that the government is giving us, is one that's very confusing to me. And I've been in the field 19 years. I know, I say it all the time. I just want to remind people. But I have to be honest, this is a very confusing time. I've never seen it like this. It's almost as if the government wanted Grush to say what he said. And then there's now a pushback against what he said. No, he shouldn't have said that. Some things we went overboard. He went over his limit. We gave him 3,000 words. He went over the 3,000 word allotment. Go back to 1953. Wasn't that the first or second UFO congressional hearing? What did they talk about? I played it on the show. The threat. The pilots are seeing these things. They're buzzing our pilots. Foo Fighters. My God, the Foo Fighters back in the 40s and 50s. We still have Foo Fighters to this day. We just call them orbs. Or balls of light, fire, and brimstone. I was supposed to start the show off with a certain way tonight. And when the show gets going, I'm running around, right? You don't know it, but I'm hair and makeup guys come over and, they do me up and make me look like I'm alive. And then, I'm like, oh, I got to sit down. Then I get my drink and then I forget this. And then I forget the order of the show. And I just start. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I set everything up to start right as soon as I said hello. Didn't even bother with it. I ignored my own show. I don't know. I saw some people in the chat. I felt like I needed to be serious. Jeanette throwing down £5, £5 super dono, a special triple heart threat. Shebang! All over ufology. Thank you, Jeanette, for the £5, £5 triple heart super dono. A continuing supporter of GoofOn. And there was a message that came in. And Jeanette, thank you for that PayPal support as well. I'll just leave that one between you and me. But as you say, my gift to you, and I say thank you for supporting GoofOn and everything we try to do. We do Truthology for ufology here, for those who don't know. Is this all he talks about is himself, is promoting his own show? No. AZ Man throwing down $1 super dono. It's pure love right now. It's super dono GoofOn hour. I went right into the topic tonight instead of doing my normal routine. That's what I did differently. I went right into it. And there's 111 here. What? Just first time I looked up to see how many people were here. 111. You know what that means? And a £1, £1 super dono. All those ones means we're on the right path. Thank you, AZ Man. You're on the right path to Truthology for ufology right here at GoofOn. Thanks for the super dono. It's a lot of love out there. My goodness. See, people like the truth. People like and understand that they've been lied to. Now, I'm okay with the lie. I'm okay with it. As much as we pay taxes for them to tell us everything and be transparent, we also pay for them to keep secrets. How upset would you really be if tomorrow they came out and said, look, we had no choice. We don't and didn't understand how to communicate with them for decades. I'm just assuming this is the reason. Even though history tells us that's not true, we were immediately talking to these walking gray, tall, white aliens for a while. We even have we had a contract with them. Yeah, you could take bodies. Sure, you just give us a little technology. What have we gotten over 70-something years? I'm asking you, where is quantum computing? Why aren't we there? We are there. We just got there. They just haven't, what? They need the All-Star? What is it called? The All-Spark? The All-Star. They need Barry Bonds is what they need. Something's wrong with the story, but there has to be a continuing story. And it has to be a threat. And it has to be because if there are aliens here, and I'm saying there are, if they're here, how much do you really want to know? Do you really want to know everything? That could be quite painful. Like, what if they'd used us for slaves and then we find out we're not really living on planet Earth? We're living really literally inside our own minds, just like the Matrix. Would you be happy knowing you were in a mental prison? It's a possibility. Would you be happy to know that we're on a big moon with a fake background and fake space and everything else as an experiment, as a zoo? How would you feel? How would you feel if you were someone's pet? Right now, I'm a pet. They're actually watching me talk to you through the magic box. It's weird. I'm actually talking to you, but there's nobody here. It's amazing how that works. And yet I feel like I'm in the same room with you. I don't know. It's going to my head. Look, one thing I want to tell you though, and I've been doing this for the last 3 weeks, and this has to be something we continue.
Never have been and never will. Left the Department of Defense, ironically enough, to finish the very mission they gave me in the first place. I didn't ask for it. I'm not a UFO guy, not a ufologist. I never have been and never will be. I'm a counterterrorism and counterespionage guy. I do counterintelligence, counterinsurgencies. That's what I do. And it just so happens that in 2008, I was asked to apply those same skill sets into the UFO community.
Just so you know, Lou never had intentions of disclosure. And he never said that either. I waited for him he never said he's bringing disclosure. As a matter of fact, let me tell you something about Lou. As much as I don't like the narrative he brought, he really was truthful with what he was saying. And for the most part. Except for the sock accounts, the bullying, the doxing. I'm not saying he did it all. I'm saying he supported that and putting his skill sets as a counterintelligence expert into the UFO community just to see what we were thinking. All you had to do was ask. No, that's not how the government does it. The government spies, the government infiltrates. What the frick is going on? And that's what the government does. You know why? Because that's how you get the truth. Really. You want the government spying. You really do, but you don't. I don't. If you have nothing to hide, what do you care? I just don't want people looking in. I've gotten to the point now, I don't care where I am. I know we're being watched. Always. Always assume you're being watched everywhere you go. You want to take $10 out of Aunt Bessie's purse on the counter? Watch it. They got that baby cam on. Yeah, I was watching these videos today. Kids who got caught stealing families' money. It's a very interesting subject. I don't know how it came about. Yeah. Parents like setting their entrapment, and setting up their kids. Very smart. I think my parents did that to me. So this cover-up that everybody wants to end must continue. How else do you think we get funding for everything? Illegal. Do you want to be the strongest, most powerful nation in the world with these magic metamaterial alien type of technologies? Or do you want to share it with the world and everybody have an equal shot at just taking down one continent after another with just one point of a... How are you going to stop it? 30,000 miles an hour? According to Greer, and I think Grush, but I don't think Grush went this deep, the Tic Tacs were used to transport drugs. And the reason they were used, because they were silent, and they went 30 to 40,000 miles an hour. Nobody saw them flying overhead. By the time you heard it and you think you saw something, you probably thought it was a shooting star or your imagination. But, where they did it, it was out in the middle of nowhere. For the most part. So knowing now that the Tic Tacs were used for that purpose, I don't want them. Nope. I don't want to be inside a heroin-based, laced UFO. How do you like them apples? Huh? Used for nefarious. Those Tic Tacs would be haunted? All the lives they've ruined? All the energies that go into a Tic Tac that carried all those heroines? Forget about it. I'll never go in a Tic Tac. You can't. Nope. Not with that blood money. Of course I'm going to go in it. Give a shit about no heroin. Of course I would be. I'd be the first one to go in that heroin-laced death trap. How cool would that be? Well, dozens of government UFO whistleblowers have given testimony to Congress, Pentagon, and inspectors general, says sources. This was today. Right? Michael Schellenberger says, when a UFO whistleblower told Congress in July that the government had retrieved alien spacecraft and biologics, by the way, shitty word, just say biology or EBE or some sort of shit, biologics. That's like the word tornadic. It's tornado activity. It's not tornadic activity. Making up new words. Why? Who cares? Spacecraft and biologics, many dismissed his claims. But now, dozens of whistleblowers have given testimony to Congress, the Pentagon, and the IC inspectors general, corroborating his claims. That's cool. So, tell me something I don't already know. Scratch that. Erase that. Jurassic, erase that. It's just gone. Erase it. Tell me something I haven't heard before. Instead of, I didn't know. Nobody knows. I said this the other night. There's different tiers to this cover-up. Many different tiers. It's very confusing. I said it a few minutes ago. Very confusing times right now. I don't know what to believe. All I know is anytime we get close, George Knapp said it, there's more pushback than we can handle. It's bad. No matter how many whistleblowers confirm, corroborate, it doesn't matter. They could tell us right now where the aliens are coming from, and it won't matter. Nobody has any proof. See, that's the thing. Anytime we get close, 2 steps back. The government's not going to allow it. They cannot allow it to be a known thing. It's their call. It's their ace in the hole, right? I think we have this technology. I think we have back engineered something very possible. I don't know. I just got a feeling. Either that or we're just as close as you can get. I don't know. But it feels like something is different. Maybe because of all the excitement. But I'm usually good at separating myself from my emotions with what's really happening in ufology. Personal life, I can't do it. But in ufology, I can do it. All right. Let me go back here and pull up some things I wanted to play for you. And we're going to look at some sightings tonight as well. Some of you have requested more of that. So I found 4 or 5 sightings we'll go over. And more or less, I don't know. I don't want to sound like that. It's a good way. They're good teaching videos. Some of them. It's good. Like you look at it and you might want to say, oh, that looks real. And then I'll tell you why it isn't. And then you'll be like, oh yeah, I see why it isn't. That's what I mean. That's what I hope. One person learns something. That's all that matters. All right. All right. Let me see if this is the right thing I wanted to go with. Wow. Stop falling for it. Those obviously aren't real aliens. Yeah, we know. Jaime Maussan brought the showed the aliens in July. The U.S. House Oversight Committee heard testimony from Grush, talking about archaeological stuff. People have been killed. These claims were, of course, flagrant lies. Who wrote this? Arsh Goyal? Gargoyle wrote this. Scientists were immediately suspicious of Maussan's claims, considering that similar claims have previously been debunked as mutilated mummies of pre-Hispanic children, sometimes combined with bits of animal parts. These bodies were no different, with several scientists finding no evidence of anything ET in the carbon dating or DNA data presented by Maussan. Maussan himself is a little more than a walking red flag with a sordid history of manufactured claims, everything from proof of alien life to conversations with the Virgin of Guadalupe. In 2017, Maussan presented similar bodies as evidence of alien life in Peru, which later proved to be dolls covered in paper and synthetic glue. The newly presented bodies, on the other hand, well, they were allegedly extracted illegally from Peru, as they're believed to be pre-Hispanic specimens. Grush also has a history of dubious claims. In a single interview, he claimed that the UFOs he'd borne witness to were potentially extra-dimensional. I thought he never saw anything. Claimed that the UFOs he'd borne witness to were potentially extra-dimensional? That the Vatican, through Pope Pius XII, helped cover up a UFO discovered by Mussolini's Italian government, and that some of the UFOs were the size of football fields. And of course, despite his insistence that people have been killed to keep UFOs a secret, Russia has somehow been allowed to spread the story without resistance. In his appearance in front of Congress and in every other interview he's done, Grush has never provided any evidence other than his verbal claims. It's genuinely absurd how effective fabulists like Grush and Mossad have been. Their tall tales may get national media attention, but anyone armed with an internet connection can quickly see through their lies. Nevertheless, insidious ideas like this spread surprisingly fast. The truth of outer space is cold, unyielding, and uncertain. There isn't a gaping hole in science history or anthropology with space for ET intervention as an explanation, but we still seek that story. The conspiracy theorists present a seductive fantasy, one that by nature people want to believe. Even if we found aliens in outer space, it could take lifetimes before we could establish contact to meet them. Instead, it's tempting to cling to the hope that aliens are already among us, since it preserves our innocent, childlike wonder at the idea of little green men pulling the strings of our history. That's why these ideas spread so quickly. Naively, we want to believe in the fantasy of ET life in our midst, even if it's obviously not true. It's too alluring to ignore. And I continually do this every night for the same reason you are here. We're all hoping. We're all wondering. We're all wishing, wanting, praying that somebody somewhere, may it be tonight or in the next minute or in the next hour or tomorrow or next week, will have the evidence proving everything we want to know about the existence of something as intelligent as us or more intelligent as us exists. Why can't we establish that connection? Why can't we share this planet with another species? Are they so grotesque that we would puke at the very sight of their existence? Or are we disgusting to them? When they look at us, do they want to kill us because they're scared? Never seen anything like us. Maybe that's why they're here. They're so intrigued at our disgustingness, our carbon-based structured molecular thing. Can't even get a sentence formed. Why can't we all just get along? Yeah. You know? Why? Bernie! Throwing down the love. That's why. Because there's so much love in Goofon, the galaxy of Goofonia, that Bernie Muro says, you know what? It's Monday. Why not? And he threw it down with confidence, supporting Truthology for ufology. Where do you live? What do you know? Are you a believer in the ET show? Or do you think it's all a hoax? A very clever hoax. Did you see that? Oh, Nuke's top 5. Get out of my head. Thanks, Bernie Miro. We're secure in our manhoods to know, bro, you know? Oh, mucho gusto generoso. Bernie Miro throwing it down. Vengeance. Screaming. Screaming for go fun. All right. Well, we're not done. No. We're just getting started. Because the cover-up has to happen. I don't know why everybody wants this. You know, I want to know the truth too. What do you think's going to happen? They're going to tell us, and people are going to lose their freaking minds. I don't know if there was. I would be like this the rest of my life. You couldn't get the smile to go away if that ever came true. I would look exactly as I sound. It's terrible. And we've got senators and people in the Congress that are playing along with the narrative. But I don't think they really believe. I think what they're doing is going along with the narrative, the false narrative that the government gives us, Grush included. Oh, don't think for a minute. Don't think for a minute. This isn't all part of it. There always has to be a guy like Grush. And we see one every 5 years. Look, Elizondo was the one before him. Grush now. And who's going to be the next bozo to come out and tell us there's aliens and I know it's true and they're doing illegal things behind closed doors? It's the American way, man. Get in line. Get in line. I don't know what that means. Just, you know, but we got people in power making decisions for the funding for some of these secretive UFO black budget programs that we never hear about, know about, or will see about. Only through whistleblowing. But Grush was a horrible choice. Horrible. You know what they did? They went with Elizondo, the gruff. They kind of almost pasted him like a hero, you know. He served his country, counterintelligence, 9/11, and all that shit. Good shit, by the way. Nothing wrong with it. And then, and he looked the part. Give that serious look. Then you get Grush. It's the total opposite. It's the same thing they did with the presidency. They went from one extreme to the other. Same thing. The knee-jerk reaction. It's what happens when you don't have control of your situation. You knee-jerk, you overcompensate, you overcorrect. And that's what we're seeing with the government right now. They overcorrected. And the pushback is phenomenal right now. They allowed too much, maybe. They knew that it was going to get out of hand and people are going to start, I want to know the truth. They don't give a shit. They don't care. It's not on the top of their to-do list. It's not even near it. We're the only ones. You want disclosure? You want the truth? Get the evidence yourself. All right? I've got mine. It's not going to break open, any worlds. I don't have any secrets. That shit, just different stuff. 5 triangles, a couple of UFO fleets, humanoid, city in the sky, glowing objects that change configuration right in front of you. I have this one video, and I think it was like 4 or 5 in the morning, and I'm looking towards the northwest, very low on the horizon, and I see what looks like a triangle. 3 points of light just hovering. One dot on the right, actually it was on the left, and the 2 dots on here. Now, all I did was, like, I always had the camera on a tripod, so I'm looking around, looking for other things, because if there's something down there, like a triangle, there may be other stuff going to it or leaving it, so you scan the sky when you see something. I already had it on camera. I kicked the tripod with my foot and got off the object. 8 seconds goes by, I get back on the object, and it's reversed. So, I don't know. And of course it happened when I kicked the tripod, the light configuration changed. That's one of the frustrating things. Like, it's almost as if they know. When I was out there, those first 4 or 5 years, it's strange. Like, even from the very first night, when I felt like I was calling out to the aliens and whatever, you're trying everything. You almost feel like there is somebody listening. It's weird. It's like the universe just closes in around you, and you get this tunnel vision that it's you and the universe. And in Arizona, you can see the sky, from 180 degrees in both directions almost. It's beautiful. Horizon to horizon, basically. And I had a location where I lived and was able to see a lot of stuff. And but I do account a lot of it to something that, now you can call this a strange coincidence, but I got LASIK surgery for my birthday in March, right? April 15th was the first time I saw something, about a month after I got the surgery, 5 weeks to be exact. I had 2015 vision for 4 years straight. Now, I know it's not 2015 anymore, but I think it's probably 2020, because I still don't need glasses after 20 years, 19 years. Still don't know. Yeah, that's right. 19 years I've had it. So, the fact that I had better than normal vision at the time that me and my wife look up and see these 2 to 3 lights doing amazing things. And then the next night, I went out again, and the rest is history. I was hooked. But what are the odds? And the job I had, the job my wife had, it gave me the opportunity to go full-time into ufology with a camera in my hand, and I did. And I do think it was a connection. And a lot of the times, if I felt like sometimes I'll be out there for 5-6 hours and, wrap it up. It's time to go to bed, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I go to bed all hours, but that night, any night you can go to bed whenever. Hold on. When we did the show Saturday, didn't I hear a voice, a woman's voice? I thought I heard a woman's voice. I just heard a woman's voice. This is unbelievable. I've had no activity for a while. And for some reason, it's picking up today. I don't know why. I forgot what I was saying too. What was I saying? Going out, doing it every day. Oh, right. I actually remembered. It doesn't matter whenever you go out. Like this one night I ended, 3:30 in the morning. And I get into bed about 4. I made a sandwich. Wife's already sleeping. And I feel like I need to go outside. I need to go back out. And I did. And I went back out and I caught a triangle. 3 points of light just traveling through the sky. Could it be 3 satellites? Didn't show up as no satellites. That 3 were moving at the same speed and turned when it got north. Yeah, no. But you do feel like that has happened. My fleet video, my very first one, there's 2, actually there's 3, but 2 are phenomenal. That was such an incredible experience because the night before I was quitting going outside and recording stuff because all I was getting was 1 dot here, 1 dot there, here a dot, there a dot. And in Mexico, they saw those, they had the FLIR camera, and earlier in that year, they saw all of them and they thought, they were ovnis in the sky, but they were oil wells or something. But at the time, we didn't know. So I'm like, all I want to know, why can't I see more than one? Why can't I get these objects to come out and form geometric shapes? That's what I said. I said, I wish they would come out and show me stuff. It's like, why? Why even bother with me? And question mark, and I'm questioning, So the next day, my camera is sitting by the door, charged up, ready to be put away forever. And I go outside at halftime during Sunday football to water the plants. And I looked up, and just out of habit, I looked up. Didn't even want to, and I did. And I see this glinting thing. And of course, I went to the door, grabbed a camera, and it was a spinning balloon. To this day, I don't know what it was, but you'll see it eventually. And then something told me to look like this way, like behind me, almost directly straight up, but a little back further. I didn't see anything. And I'm like, this is stupid. Then I saw a flash. And I saw another and another and another. And it was like popcorn. And they beep, 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 beep. And these flashes just appeared. And I zoomed in and I captured geometric shapes, about 50 of these objects. One of the shapes, the reason I tell you the whole story, because there's a connection with us and them. There is. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Don't listen to me. When you hear me say, no, 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 I'm really saying yes, but I don't believe you. But I know that it's true somehow because I've had these experiences I can't deny. They formed with the dots. You can say whatever you want. You'll see the video if some of you haven't already. A genie's lamp, because I said, I wish they would show me more than one. They showed me geometric shapes, one like parallelogram, a question mark, because out of 9 dots, they formed a question mark. Because I was questioning them. See? And of course, they showed me more than one. Everything I wanted, they gave me that next day. And I never, ever considered not going out and recording since then. That sighting, to this day, not only is that sighting unique because of that, but 7 years after I recorded it in 2011, I'm sorry, what did I say? 2011? Yeah, that's right. December 12th, 2011. Hold on. I recorded it December 12th, 2004. And then in 2011, a friend of mine says, what the hell is this? And he's looking at the video because we got a new big screen TV. Remember when those were very popular? And in my fleet video, you see the white dots and you see the shapes they're making. But each dot also has a shadow image. Oh, it gets better. So if you have 4 dots, you'll see this someday, very soon. So let's say you see 4 dots. There's going to be 4 black dots, very faint, but they're there. And every now and then they'll move independently of the white ones. And you can see the black dots do this. Ding, 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 ding. It's one of the most amazing fleet sightings in history. And I'm sitting on it. Right here. It's there. It's in the camera. That's the first video I'm putting up. It may be tomorrow. It may be the next day. But I want to do it right. That video is it means everything to me. It's amazing. Anyway, I tell you all of this because a lot of people watch this show and they get the idea that I don't believe anything, or that, that I don't believe anything. It's not true. I've had my own experiences. I only believe what I know, but I've learned that other people have had these experiences too, and not everybody's lying. So I've calmed down a lot compared to the way I used to be because, people tell you the truth about their story, and then they add shit to it. Because you'll hear the story on another show like a month later, and they're like saying something that's, what? It's like, why are they doing that? Went from 2 spirits to 8 or 9 spirits in the house. And, it went from, just exaggerating. It doesn't make sense why people would do that. I always say the world is paranormal. It's crazy enough. You don't need to embellish anything. If you're having a real experience, you don't need to lie. Just tell your experience. So here we are. I tell you all this because I want people to know that I do believe in stuff. It's just not a lot of people have anything on video that compares to what I have. And I'm not saying that as a hit on anybody else. It's the facts. It's true. And I'm not saying they're the best videos of all time because they're probably not. All I know is I've got some really cool videos that a couple of them have gone viral, years ago, that should go viral again and should make some history here. Anyway, and the weird thing about my very first fleet sighting, it was 31 or 2 days after the Nimitz incident, which was 1 state over off the coast of California, right? So I always wondered if I caught the Tic Tacs at a very, very, very high altitude. It was a 27-minute sighting. They just slowly went across the sky. Like I said, they appeared right before my eyes. I called my wife over and I go, hurry, hurry, hurry. I didn't know how long it was going to last. And these are very clear images. I mean, this isn't something that's blurry either. So anyway, when I hear people in the government talking about UFOs, or I hear somebody like Elizondo talking about how he's not here to give us disclosure, he doesn't care. When I watch Kirkpatrick from Arrow look like the guy he looks like he's miserable. He doesn't look like he even wants to be around that job anymore. If he could quit, he would, I think. It seems like a lot of these people are acting. And then we see glimpses of them in their element and they look miserable. Miserable. You know who looks miserable? Rose Cuckold. Very miserable lately. But don't really care. William Bridges, 17 months, Madonna mia. You're the original, one of the originals. And still here. Nah, Truthology for the people. That's right. One of the biggest supporters of Goof On in history. Thank you for everything you've done. Being here tonight. Glad you're still here and hanging out. And every now and then, say hi. And I'm glad you did. Thanks for everything. Appreciate it. More support. Continuing supporter of Goof On, Mr. Bridges. It's weird seeing those things pop up. Yeah, tomorrow I got the new list for the members. We've got a bunch of new members, so I want to thank them. Tomorrow we'll do that. All right, so I've been leaning towards Gillibrand, going towards our political followers of ufology, because these people, as I was just getting ready to say, they don't know what we go through. And it pains me to watch these people try so hard to sound like they really care about us, about ufology, about the truth. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Maybe it's me. It isn't, though. It can't be me. I'm always in a great mood, happy as could be. I feel great every second of the day. Stephen Greenstreet has this up. When asked about UFOs, Senator Gillibrand states, "We have not been really patrolling the skies in a meaningful way. Other countries are taking advantage of this and spying on us. Drones, balloons." It's good to see a U.S. senator say what some of us have been saying for years now. It's a shame she was originally hoodwinked by a dubious group of crazy UFO activists. What is this? Hold on. I got to open this up. Oh, Elizondo and Stratton. Got it. Okay. I had to see what that was about. All right. 3.5 years ago, Aviation Intel wrote a prophetic piece in the Warzone Wire titled, "Adversary drones are spying on us, on the U.S., and the Pentagon acts like they're UFOs." I did an extensive Twitter thread breakdown of Tyler Rogoway's article here. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Those living outside the circus tent of the UFO nonsense see something completely different. That's what I was just talking about. People who are not in ufology, the public, general public, they don't know all this stuff. Like I said earlier, people just think there's a threat or we're going to war with the aliens, right? They don't know that it's all a ruse just to get money for this, that, and the other thing. And that's okay, as long as we're talking about it, right? Because that's what they fall back on. Sure, it was a hoax by Corbell. Hey, but at least we're talking about UFOs. Am I right? Hey! I mean, that's how they act. Like they did us a favor by showing us the hoax. Wow. I mean, it's just crazy talk. Oy. The Pentagon was asleep at the wheel and allowed our adversaries to fly low-cost, low-tech spycraft over American airspace for many years, rather than deal with the humiliation of being owned by a $500 Walmart drone. Everything is now a UFO. True. And fun and entertaining story rather than real and frightening one. True. Here's what Gillibrand says. What I have learned is this. We have not been really patrolling the skies. We already read this. this and spying on us, China being one of them. A lot of them are drones. A lot of them are balloons. Probably adversaries like China, Russia, and Iran. You almost want to trust her. Almost. Right? A gush. Right? You almost want to trust her. But you can't. I don't. All right, let's break it up a little bit. All things good, throwing down £5, £5 super Dono midway through the show. It is 8:20 Eastern, 4:20 somewhere right now. Enjoy the smoke, enjoy the toke, because right now there is no joke. I'm going to play a clip about a movie, No One Will Save You. Have you heard about this movie? All things good. Thank you for the £5, £5 super Dono. It's pure love midway through the show. Mucho gusto, generoso, all things good. So, here you go. Thanks, all things good. Hulu Originals. Dude, the door's open. Weird, I was muted. Oh man. Oh, it's out.
Doppelganger.
Oh no. In that movie, every single movie you've ever seen was in there. I saw Poltergeist. I saw The Exorcist. I saw Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Look, hey, go back. Let's take a look. At the end of that clip, all of these are from other movies, right? Watch. There, Travis Walton. Running. There, that's every movie. There, that could be every movie. Close Encounters. Raising up of, being lifted. Exorcist, Poltergeist. Blowing up in the front of your house. That could be any movie.
No one will save you.
It's a jump scare movie. It's not going to be good. I can't guarantee it. You just can't tell anymore. Anyway, that's a new movie coming out. It's already out. Just want to throw one out there for you kids. All right, let me show you a sighting right here. This is an interesting one, actually. It's only 20 seconds. Hold on a second. I got to check this out real quick. Okay. Then this is what I'm going to do. Right there. Let's go here. Hold on. This is exciting for me. There we go. There we go. Got that there. Let me bring that over to the other monitor. There. Nice job, Richie. Let's go back here. From thousands of years ago until today, there has been a theory that UFOs have always been located in the depths of our oceans and underground sea cities to hide from us, from people. The best place to live on planet Earth to survive and reproduce because deep sea conditions are like space. In 1944, in the Atlantic Ocean, a group of fishermen on a ship reported seeing a giant round object entering the ocean with thousands of golden lights entering the deep sea along with this strange object. In 2017, the Chinese Navy, in a real military conflict with a very strange object at sea, led to the complete cessation of the radar and missiles and the cessation of the operation of the warship. It was confirmed that the object was of extraterrestrial origin. And this is their story. No, we are not alone. Check out this UFO, though. Is this real? I'm going to caution you. It may not be real. But what if it is? This is pretty cool. Under the water. Oh, that looks man-made. See the way it flickers? Only a man-made object would do that. Yeah, I'm not buying that. That's got to be fake. No, not playing it again. All right, here's a sighting. Coming from the same source, I have now realized that this channel is all about the fake. So, tonight, I'm going to show you another fake that is trying to be pushed as real. And this channel on X is called World War III. Very bad channel. Very, very bad. Here you go. You tell me, real or not real? You are a real UFO. Oh, I'm on camera. Oh no, you're not supposed to see that. It's all fake. It's all fake. It's all fake. Look at this. UFOs do not look like this. Just so you know. All right. All right. I'm going to play this next video. I'm just going to let you watch it. Here's another UFO video. I want you to just look at everything, take it all in, and then we'll talk about it.
Thank you.
God. So, I believe this is from Christopher Bledsoe. It is, Ryan Bledsoe. That's a satellite, guys. An iridium flare satellite at that. I will, because I've recorded over 1,500 of these things, I will show you the best you've ever seen of these satellites. Everything that he has here, I have. There's nothing special about this. And it's embarrassing that people still think the Bledsoes are legitimate people in this field. And they are nothing but hoaxers, liars, grifters, and everything else that's bad with ufology.
Connected to that orb.
Everything that's bad.
You're speaking to me.
They're not speaking to you, you dipshit. And they're speaking to me. Oh, look, it got bright. Oh, I must have said goodbye. You know what? Oh, it flashed 2 times. Oh, he must be going somewhere. Oh, wait, he's flashing again. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. For what? What? What do you do? Whip your dick out? Moon them? I don't get it. What do they get out of it? He's looking right at us with his camera. What do? Flash him with a couple of your high beams. Oh, that'll scare the shit out of him. Chink, chink. Oh, look, he's getting excited. You know? That's what the aliens are doing. They're like, here's another one. Flash, flash. Chink, chink. Look how excited. Where'd he go? Oh, he got more humans. Oh, look at them. They all got these cameras. Or wait, do you hear that? They're shooting at us. He won't stand still. Warp drive. Way to go, Bledsoes. You're the best of the worst. You will go down in history as hoaxers. God, I can't stand that family. I can't. All right, here's Tom DeShlong. He talks about a huge... Oh, this is amazing. Now, look, everybody's going underground now because Grush was saying, oh, archaeological. And everybody's like, that means underground. That means digging holes. Yeah, so now everybody's just like, oh, did you hear about this underground this and underground that? Now Tom DeLonge's coming out going, oh, there's an underground pyramid. It's always something, man. You can never get away from the grift. The grifter is always looking for a way to grift. And good.
Some crazy shit.
Tell me some crazy shit. I was born in Longview, Washington, moved to Alaska when I was 6 months old, and I was there till I was 18. I did not know that.
There's a pyramid and it's underground, and they've been studying it for decades.
Don't. What?
Yeah,
Where?
It's bigger than Giza. It's not that far from Valdez, I believe. I would have to check on where it's at, but apparently, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I know.
Hey, apparently, yeah. Wow, great explanation. Apparently, yeah.
Apparently, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I know a very important person.
Here we go. I know a very important person who works at a very important place who knows very important things. My God, I feel important too.
Grifter. Let's listen to the grifter continue.
That
it's Sunday on Monday.
From the Pentagon that met with one of the lead defense contractors that were studying it, and they told him, they said, we think we finally know.
I think my uterus came out. What is it? My urethra? My urethra? What is it? Hold on. I'll put it back. I'll be right back.
That met with one of the lead defense contractors that were studying it, and they told him, they said, we think we finally know what it's doing. It's all turned on. We think it's suppressing consciousness. That's what he said.
Oh.
What the hell?
Just your consciousness, Tom. It's suppressing. Do you listen to this? Oh my God, this is what people love, though. Everybody loves a good story. You guys love this shit. See, if I did this kind of radio, this kind of show, friggin' A, we'd have 20,000 subscribers in a month. People would eat it up. They love this shit. Just say you're from another planet. Pull the Anjali bullshit story. Try that shit out. Man, I bet you we could go far. We could take the grift to a whole new level with my videos, too. We could say everything's UFOs, even the balloons and shit. Because who's going to question us? Who cares? You might as well grift. All right, calm down. All right, listen.
It's all turned on. We think it's suppressing consciousness. That's what he said.
What the hell?
Fucking wild. I know,
Dude,
wild, right?
did they discover this? Well, of course they did, probably after that giant earthquake that basically like Valdez had to like shift back like 2 miles. Like they had to rebuild the city.
I don't know. There was the legend is that there was an earthquake of sorts, and all the seismographs picked up the waves that come, all the way through everything, and they saw this whole anomaly, like as those shock waves went through the land, there was some kind of structure or something that perturbed, on the receiving end of these waves and so they dug some tunnels, elevator shafts, made a little strip there to land, and they've been underground studying it forever. That's how the.
Did you hear how he said that? They've been underground. Whoa! They've been underground studying that forever. That's how Tom lies when he ends sentences like that. Listen.
That's how the legend is. Then the news did. They've been underground studying it forever. They've been underground studying it forever. They've been underground studying it forever.
They've been underground studying it forever. Forever. They've been underground studying it forever.
That's how the legend is. Then the news did a little piece on it, and then all of a sudden all that shit disappeared. The people at the station said the guys came in and said never air this again, kind of thing. So on the deathbed of a couple people that were out there, they said like they were very aware of it. I think in the beginning, if I remember correctly, again, it was like someone that worked for like Bell Labs or like, who was it? It was maybe it was more the precursor to AT&T or something like that. Like, I can't remember all the, I don't want to get it all too fucked up. People kind of hang on my words when I talk about shit like this. But so the only thing I want to say is, yes, there is a pyramid and we've been studying it. And I pretty much have said all I know.
Snaps back, wash after wash. God. According to Leslie Kane, oh my God, that's right. Oh no. According to Leslie Kane, Ryan Graves had absolutely no idea they were going to roll out alien mummies during the UFO meeting in Mexico. Folks tried to warn Ryan Graves, but if he knew for a fact the mummies were going to be there, would he still have attended the meeting? This is such horseshit. I can't believe that Leslie Kane is in an interview talking about whether Ryan Graves knew or not. Like, what would it matter? Who cares if Ryan Graves... Now, look, you know it's a lie because of what she said. He knew, but the lie is, it's exactly, she said it herself. She gave away the lie by saying this. Folks tried to warn Ryan, which means he knew. Hey, Ryan, I hear Jaime's gonna, that's a warning. Hey, Ryan, Jaime Maussan's been known to hoax, so that's a warning. Hey, Ryan, did you know Jaime Maussan's been involved with several hoaxes regarding, that's a warning. He knew. Screw you, Leslie Kane, for trying to cover up stupid, nonsensical, conversational bullshit. It's the dumbest conversation, and we're having it now too. This is what they're talking about. They can't not be around or involved with anything that resembles a hoax. God forbid their friend, their co-worker, their acting friend, Ryan Graves, oh, he would never be, like, they think we think that Ryan Graves had something to do with it. Oh, that's why Ryan Graves was there. He authorized the aliens. What are they so worried about? Who gives a shit if Ryan Graves knew those aliens were going to be rolled out? What's the point of that conversation? Unbelievable to me. Because that's how you know they're not in it for the reality of it. They're not in it for the real, for the real truth. They're not in it for that. All they care about is how they look, how they are represented. That's all they care about. Do I look credible? Do I sound smart? That's all they care about. Because if I don't sound credible and I don't sound smart, I won't get that next gig. I must maintain my smartness. I must maintain my credibility at all costs. And they cover each other's backs. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Speaking of unbelievable, Third Phase of Moon put a video out a few nights ago. I played the first couple of videos and one at the end. And now I'm going to play you a couple of other videos that are in this video that are, well, interesting. Very interesting. Here we go. TPOM throwing it down. Hey, Rish, it's a humanoid flying. Shut up, Jaime. Hey, look at me. I'm flying, F.A.
All right, if you're driving on the side of a freeway and you notice something in the sky lit up like this, I don't care. Just pull out your camera and start filming. If you're driving, well, be careful while you're doing it. I don't suggest filming UFOs and driving at the same time, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And right now we're looking at this, and people have asked us, what's your thoughts, Third Phase? What's going on here? And right now, I can say whatever it is, it's up in the sky. There's no CGI on this one. What we're looking at, it's really there. The question is, what is it? Is this some kind of sign from the heavens? I don't know. Most likely, in my opinion, this is some kind of advertisement, some kind of lit up
oh my goodness,
some luminescent light from within, and it's just trying to get somebody's attention. The people on the side of the freeway saying, hey, come take a look at our food establishment or car sales. I'm not exactly sure. We're trying to pinpoint exactly the location. I think this was captured in Mexico, but you know, I could be wrong. Maybe it's some atmospheric disturbance or some maybe phenomenon. Brent, your thoughts here?
Project Bluebeam, who knows? What we're looking at is a good capture. I'm thinking it's something, one of ours, not otherworldly. We're looking at something, some technology that's being created, as you just said, an advertisement, a balloon, or some sort of holographic projection. We've got all sorts of other phenomena that kind of resemble this, that actually catches more of my attention, such as these.
You know, the humanoid phantom, the phenomenon, definitely people have seen this throughout the world. We see them here in Hawaii. People have reported it to us.
I have one on film.
Paranormal.
I've recorded one.
I'm not exactly sure. Maybe just mundane garbage floating around, and people are mistakenly filming these for paranormal UFO activity. But then once again, like I said, if you're seeing something,
you know, it looked like a sheet coming at, just right. It looked like a jellyfish, like if you were underneath the jellyfish and it went whoosh, and then it turned into that. How did it go from looking like an umbrella to having that humanoid form? Yes, I know it could just be the way it draped over and everything. Still, one thing I've learned is that I don't know everything. I learned that a long time ago, and you don't know everything. So we can't sit here and say we know for sure what we're looking at here. Could it just be a sheet falling out of the sky and then turn into a humanoid figure? Sure. Sure. Could it be a sheet that fell out of the sky that landed on a ghost? Sure. Or these beings can shapeshift, go anywhere they want, whenever they want. And for those of you who are in the paranormal field who have gone on ghost hunts, you know for certain you could be on the first floor of a mansion, get those 3 taps, go outside into the garden, and then get 3 taps on the swing set. And you're wondering, how the hell did that happen? Well, because they can move so fast. They're literally, our eyesight can see them, but you got to get lucky. But for the most part, we don't see it. And if you do, it's for a fleeting glimpse. Like, did I just maybe have something in my eye? Right? I'm sorry to disappoint some of you, but your good friend Rich here believes in some of this spiritual shit. I don't know what this is, but it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Can't always be living in that negative shell. Got to break out and think outside the box more. I usually do, but I don't talk about it. I do it all in my head, and then I only talk about the things that I think are worthy of talking about. Because I don't know what to believe anymore. I've seen so many weird things the last few years, since 2019. It has changed. I'm sorry. But I'm glad it did.
Strange. Don't hesitate. Just film it. You just ask questions later. And that's what we're doing. We're asking the questions. We're putting out the...
I mean, that thing falls out of the sky and then hovers for a second, right? Isn't that what it did?
Phantom, the phenomenon. Definitely, people have seen this throughout the world. We see them here in Hawaii. People have reported it to us. The ghost lady, paranormal. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe just mundane garbage floating around, and people are mistakenly.
I don't know. This is a tough one.
Paranormal, UFO activity.
I don't know about that one.
Once again, like I said, if you're seeing something strange,
it does have a paranormal. It does have a humanoid shape.
UFO evidence.
All right, hold on. Oh no. Where is it? Oh wow. Let's get that closed. Oh no. What happened to my Oh no, everything's different. This is not fair. What are the odds? That is just bizarre. Just bizarre odds today. Today's one of those days. Just bizarre. Get over there. Just bizarre. Shane Reed throwing down $2 super dono. Thank you, Shane Reed, for being a continuing supporter of Goof On, throwing down the love. We're secure in our manliness. Yes, we do. We say I love you, even in a dono. Mucho gusto generoso, and a continuing supporter of Goof On. Thank you, Shane Reed, everybody. Thanks, man. Andrew 420 Goofonian Rockstar with $5 super chat. He says, I remote view the federal government. They have anti-gravity technology. See, when somebody says something like that, what do you want me to say? Hey, that's great. Me too. I mean, that's hard to believe. Hard to believe. But hey, if you're remote viewing it and you saw it and you believe it, more power to you. I can't prove it either way. That's why it's easy to say something like that. I can't disprove it, but I do appreciate the $5 support. I don't mean to be passively aggressive here, but was I? I was a little bit. I just think it's a funny super chat. I remote view the federal government. They have anti-gravity technology. Tell Grush. I know. We all do. We all know. All kidding aside, Andrew, we know. I have so many things I can say, but I just don't know how to word them right about now. But thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Interesting super chat. My remote viewing friend. That was fun. It's good stuff. Everybody's got a talent. Everybody. Oh, here's another sighting. All right, I'll play this one. Oh, never mind. It's not what I thought it was. That's right. They were LED balloons and they got away from this party and somebody thought they were UFOs, but they're just LED balloons. Yeah, I didn't like that. Okay, I'm going to play you this clip. This is a very good and very important and historic clip. I couldn't make that sound any more exciting than what it is. No. This is the legend, Stanton Friedman. Are you kidding me? What did I just say? He's dead. No, Stanton lives on through all of us.
Point that's made, and I've heard it many times, especially from the SETI specialist. You all know that SETI stands for Silly Effort to Investigate. I mean, SETI, it's right on. Governments can't keep secrets. Seth Shostak says, look, that's the government that runs the post office. Look how they fouled up with FEMA and Katrina. I didn't hear anything about NSA, CIA, DIA, OSI. Who cares about the post office? Well, most of us do sometimes, I guess, but governments can't keep secrets. Only somebody who hasn't kept secrets could make such a stupid claim. Organizations keep secrets. The first successful spy satellite in the United States, the Corona spy satellite, after 12 failures in secret, we just blew up unfortunately, another scientific satellite. Sorry. 1960, the first Corona got more data on Soviet military installations than all the U-2 flights that had preceded it. Were we jumping up and down and saying, look what we did? First public discussion of Corona was 1995, 35 years later. There were loads of people involved in putting up a series of spy satellites. The stealth aircraft was built at a cost of $10 billion over a 10-year period in secret. The NRO, National Reconnaissance Office, admitted 3 years ago they'd had to cancel a program they had with Boeing to change the architecture of big spy satellites.
Stan Friedman is basically saying everything I've been saying. Secret. It's what they do. We keep secrets. We pay our government to keep secrets. I think the secret, why they can't disclose it, why they can't tell us we have a relationship with aliens, it's the reasons I can't think of. Right? Because I can think of a lot of reasons why they wouldn't want us to know there's aliens here. Well, I'm assuming we would be scared. Number one, are they going to kill us? Are they going to take over the planet? Are they living on the planet? We're going to have all these questions. Are they taking our resources? Is that why the polar ice caps are melting? Is that why we're losing fresh water? Is that why we stopped fishing for oil? There's a lot of reasons. I just can't think of them all. It's the ones we can't think of. Are they so complex that even after all these years, we still don't understand the language they speak, and maybe we can only figure out a few things, and that's why? I don't think it would be that. Is it because from what we've heard throughout the decades, they are so frightening and so grotesque that the very sight of them would make us want to throw up or be frightened to death. I'm not so sure anymore. I think back when War of the Worlds came out and people were jumping out of their windows because they thought aliens were coming or they thought aliens were attacking. It's a different time, man. We've been assimilated into wondering what and how aliens could be, what they look like, where they come from, how would they act. We've seen movies where they're nice, where they're funny, where they're mean, where they replicate, duplicate, they become president. We've seen it all. We've seen Little Green Men, Mars Attacks. Mac, 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 Mac. Love that movie, by the way. You and I don't know, but I can't imagine why. If it was a good thing, don't you think they would want humanity and the aliens to share the planet if it was such a good thing? Is there such a thing as too good of a thing? Like, see, this is what doesn't make sense. Why this is confusing to me. Because I have a feeling the aliens have always been here and they're not really aliens. They're indigenous to planet Earth. I don't think they came from anywhere. I think that's their technology, the little discs they fly around in. I don't know. Maybe I'm just guessing. Although you talk to a bunch of people who've been abducted and you get a whole different stories, or altogether some completely out of this world. There's too many species, too many stories, too many things that I don't know what's true. This is why I said way back in the beginning of the show, I can't convince you of anything. You can't convince me of anything. All you can do is your own research and experience it for yourself. That's the only way. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, 9 people out of 10 won't be able to cut it. You'll get bored. You won't take it seriously. You won't have your mind in the right place. This isn't a game. I may have fun and joke around, but as much as I joke around, I take this shit so seriously, it's not even funny. I get mad at myself if I don't do the right thing, if I don't have my camera with me, or if it's charging or whatever. I'm my harshest critic. And I don't know what I was going to say after that. I just don't understand what the government, what I think is going on. The government knows there's this technology. I'm not sure if the aliens are alive. I have a feeling there may be some sort of device that was left behind that they get answers from, like an answering service type of box. You know, they press a button and it shows up in all the languages on the planet. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But I'm not sure the aliens are even alive anymore. I'm not sure if they're here. But I think we have this technology. We found it. I think we back engineered it all these years and figured out a way to get these things to work. I think they figured it out in the late 90s, mid 90s to late 90s, because in that Iran-Iraq war back late, I think it was 94. What was it? Desert Storm? The Persian Gulf War, I believe, 92, 93, 94. Well, the Persian Gulf War was only 8 days, right? It was the one right after that. Those people, those Iranian soldiers, talked about seeing U.S. drone technology is from 0 to 30,000 miles an hour, from 0 to space in a second. So, technology, I think, listen to this. If that is true, which I think it is because I saw the clip myself, if it's true and they witnessed these things in 94, 93, then Greer may be right about what he's saying. These Tic Tacs are being used to smuggle drugs. That's what paid for the wars. Guys, it's true. In my opinion. I believe in it. I'm not sure if they used Tic Tac, but they had this technology, I think, back then. So maybe now, 30 years later, they got them all shined up. They look like a Tic Tac, maybe. Maybe that is the Tic Tac. But don't you find it interesting? Please think about this. There hasn't been a sighting of a Tic Tac by a civilian. They've only been seen by the military. None of us have seen them. I may have them on video and I don't even know it. Those could be Tic Tacs I have on video. That's what I was going to do. I was going to... Yep, that's right. You got it right. I was going to show you one. Hold on. All right, where is it? Oh, I guess I could do that. All right, go here. Honey, you show me the way every day. I want you. Show me the way. All right, here we go. It's Henry Mancini. Where is it? Nah, you want to see something funny? Oh, I can't. You won't be able to hear it. Damn it. Is this it? This can't be it. It won't open. Oh, there it is. Well, this was the second fleet. Yeah, I'm just going to show you guys a video real quick. You know, I'm frustrated with myself because of what I just did. You won't be able to hear it because I can't put it in a tab. But you can watch. I know, you can say these are balloons. You can do that. That's fine. But they didn't seem like it. But they're just moving all at the same speed. These stayed together. Yeah, this is the short clip. But those stayed together like this for about 7 minutes. And then this one here moved all the way up to here and stopped right there. And then this one moved all the way up and caught up to that one and stopped right there. It's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. That sighting was 22 minutes. Yeah, that was a good one. That was the one, what was that? That was on a Sunday, I believe. Yeah. All right. And what is that? We got one more? Oh, all right. Let me show you this one. Oh, bring me back up. Here we go. Yep. All right. So Wow, I've got to clean things up here. All right. I wish I can get the sound for you. All right. So, you know what I was talking about, how people see iridium flare satellites, right? Well, iridium flare satellites, I told you, I recorded 1,500 of them at least. Check it out. Look at this one. Look at this one. Watch how bright it gets. Power up for me. Ho ho! And the reason I said look at that shape, because that's the shape you see when UFOs get distorted, because the brightness of the image on a dark background. This type of shape, it didn't look like this. It was a satellite reflecting the sun. But a lot of people try to pull off that this is a UFO. This is why I'm me. This is why I do what I do. Because I have the evidence disproving what everybody tries to claim are real UFOs. Sorry. That's what we do. And I'll be bringing more of that to the table, hopefully starting tomorrow. But that's it for tonight. Thank you for hanging out 2 full hours and then some. Wow, I didn't think I had it in me. We'll be back tomorrow night, hopefully with some UFOs of mine that I could share with you. You never seen, that I haven't seen in 15 years. It'll be exciting. And then what I'll do is I'm going to make little personal videos for each one of my sightings. You know, like a Third Phase of Moon episode. So then we can watch them on the show. See? It all works together. It's all about me. Me. Hey, thank you, super chatters. Freaking unbelievable tonight. I really appreciate it. And moderators, the best. Oh, Nathan, thank you for the PayPal support of $4. $3, $3.30. $3.33 to be exact, right? Nathan, he says, blow the lid off it all, Richie. Gosh, all over the social experiments. He sent that about an hour ago. I'm sorry, Nathan. The messages don't show up on my phone, and then I saw it and forgot about it again because nothing shows up. I don't get the messages anymore, and I don't know why. But thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you, everybody. Tomorrow night we'll be back. Don't forget tomorrow morning, Alien Girl 111, Star Child, Amy. Don't forget, that's at 7 a.m. right here on YouTube. All right. And don't forget, we do Truthology. Truthology for ufology. For you. All right. Be great. Be happy. Alien bless.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying objects.